Hey everyone, this is Sam Create the Heart, and I'm back with a little tutorial and part 3 of my little Harry Potter themed projects using the train from, I forget the name of it, from Scrappy Tales. So I used a lot of product, so from a variety of companies. So that first product you see, that is a die from Scrappy Tales. I think in the future, like if I make something like this, I might try and dry emboss it because I didn't want all the bricks to fall out, so I had to tape the back. But I used that. I used the Sassy Club, sort of their newsprint stamp. It goes with their newsprint die. I do have a video using that for another Harry Potter train themed project. It's fabulous. I love it. So I used that. I also used this, which is a storefront die from Waffle Flower, the Spellbinders Greeting Farm stamp set. I used a bunch of stamps from there. I also am using the Trifold die, which is what I'm going to kind of be giving you a little tutorial on how to use it. This sort of accessories tie that goes kind of with the tunnel die and the train. And then the train die comes with all of these pieces that I used, and you'll see that. And so this is an amazing die. You get a lot of things with it. It's not cheap. The Sassy Club, this is a stamp set from there. And then I also use this Honey Bee Stamp Suitcase die, which I just got as a Lovely Lavers die. And I actually just got it, decided to use that. And I used the little die that looks like Hogwarts. So to make the trifold, you need to cut the main piece out 3 times. And I apologize for the glare. I'm going to try and block it in a minute. But you make 3 of these. And actually, if you do it sort of in a different way, you can end up with the tab on the far left that you can use to like Velcro or magnet your card closed. But the card is pretty heavy when it's closed, that it kind of stays closed on its own. So you don't need to do that, but there are different score lines there, one of which you use to attach the pieces together. Now, if you just wanted to make a card, you could just do 2 pieces. And then the rest are to give you a gusset so that you have space to put whatever you want to put inside your card. And it's not going to be too bulky. It'll close appropriately for you. So I am going to go ahead and attach that. And the way that I am going to do it, and that is the pop-up piece. And what I discovered at the end is that I'm probably going to need to sort of cut another piece and cut the tab off to kind of loosely cover that mechanism. You'll see at the end it looks really kind of ugly. So I will do that before I give the card away. But not for this video because I already cut everything out. And so I'm going to work from the front to the end of the card. And this is really like 4 cards in one because I'm decorating each panel. So, and what I probably would have done differently is I think that this piece I would have cut the tabs off and just glued this piece down. It didn't really matter, but I think it had a hard time staying put, and I think it would have been a little easier for me. This for some reason that darker green piece did not want to stay down at all, and I don't know if it's because it's a thicker cardstock, it's super smooth, I don't know. But this piece I kind of wanted propped up a little bit because I am going to be putting sort of a piece behind it. And so this all comes from sort of that train accessory die, which I think is an amazing die because this would make a great backdrop to a triple sum card. I'm going to keep that in mind for a triple sum card. I think it'd be great because I actually might use that for a triple sum that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making 5 cards total using this train in a Harry Potter way. This is like number 3. You can see it's not sticking down. It's super annoying. I'm going to be making 5 cards because I made 5 trains. And so if you watch video, the first one that I did, which was sort of my take on like a shadow box / tunnel card, then you can see all the different trains that I made, and I talk a little bit more about why I made that many trains. Anyway, this piece is fussy, just so you know. Like, that train had like little tiny pieces, so it was slightly annoying, but I made it work. But I think it's pretty cool. So it does give a really cool sort of effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some foam tape to help me kind of secure this, because I think it's going to be a little bit more secure using the foam tape. And it bunches up a tad because that trifold piece is smaller than this red bricked piece. So I kind of had to finagle that to kind of make it work for the front of my card. But that's okay. And so you can see I'm just to kind of put that down a little bit, because it doesn't matter, because the piece that's behind it, there's going to be another of these brick pieces that's going to go behind it. And so a lot of all of that's going to get covered up. So there you go. And I forgot to put the clock, but I'll remember in a second. And I cut this piece off, but I didn't really need to, so whatever. And then I realized that I didn't put that clock piece down at some point. But you can admire my cute little Harry Potter. So the Spellbinders stamp set is, I don't know if it's available anymore. It's one of those ones that sometimes pops up in their farmer's market. And it is not inherently Harry Potter. It's sort of inspired by. And so I just colored him to look like Harry Potter with the Gryffindor colors, and then it does come with some glasses that you can put on him. And if you look closely, there is a little lightning bolt on his forehead. So I'm going to put my little Harry down. And that 9 3/4, that is from a Sassy Club stamp set. I did show that at the very beginning. And so I've got the little suitcases here. And the sentiment is also from that Spellbinders stamp set. But the Sassy Club stamps have some really great sentiments that would work really well here too. I've got it on foam, so I'm taking a bunch of my foam off. And so that's just going to go right there. So the middle portion with the pop-up, I struggled with it because it's the first time that I used it. And so, this part's going to be, I'm working through it. So you can kind of see how I'm working through it. So I've got another one of these panels. And so I am going to be putting glue on the actual trifold portion, because like I said, my this piece right here is bigger. It's a different size. And then I have this little die cut of Hogwarts. And I just did it in pink just so that it would stand out, because it's, yeah. So I just put it there. And then there are these 3 pieces, which I need to kind of watch a video again to make sure that I'm doing it correctly, because I might have put it on backwards maybe. It might need to have gone the other way. Like, I'm seeing how I'm putting it this way. I'm supposed to maybe put it the other way. I don't know. But when I closed it, it didn't close appropriately. So I had to finagle it a little bit and kind of work it to make it open the way that I wanted to. And so I apologize for that, because I think it's supposed to maybe go the other way. And that's my fault. User error and all of that. But it does create kind of an ugly piece when you close it, because you can see these pieces. So I'm going to cut another one of these pieces out and just cover it. And I might do it like in red or in black or something like that. And that way it'll be less ugly. So I think that I think I needed to attach everything before attaching those panels to make sure that it needs to go where it's supposed to go. So this portion, I apologize, it's going to be a little bit fussy, and it's just me working through putting this down and trying to make it work, because this is the first time I've done it. But once it's done, it's really, really great. And then when I closed it, I noticed I had this sort of plain white panels. So I think I might cut something out for that. I might just cut something in a solid color with just a solid color of some kind. And that could be where someone writes happy birthday or something like that. So I realized that, but again, this is because it's the first time I've made one of these cards, but it's pretty cool. So once, you know, it is pretty cool. It just needs to be worked a little bit. But yeah, I just need to figure out how this is supposed to go. But so I have this pop-up piece, and it does work, you know, but I just am going to have to figure that out. But anyway, it's a very innovative and cool project. And so I do really like it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, you can see I'm kind of finagling it, and I realize that's just not working out for me. And that's okay. It's okay. So, you know, this is how we learn, right? But yeah, this is kind of, yeah. So anyway, I got it kind of working, so good enough. Now I'm going to do that last panel. And so this is what I mean by maybe dry embossing, because I did not want all of the bricks falling out because I needed the bricks. So I needed to kind of remember that. But that's okay. So what I did with this is I cut that panel out in the gray cardstock, and then I used this layering piece that comes in the Trifold die and cut that brick piece out of that. And so I've got my book, and then my little shop is going to go, my shop window is going to go right over that. Kind of giving it that like train station vibe. So, yeah. And then I've got my Wands and Words, which is the name of my store. And then I have a little kitty cat. And then I have my potion bottles, which are just going to go right there on the front. And then this card's almost done. I'm going to do a couple like last minute items just to kind of finish it off for the final video, because I'm going to do, I have 2 more trains, and then I've got I'll do like a recap video. So, and that's the piece that I'm probably going to cover with something, but maybe something in a lighter color. But there it is. Done. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy Crane the Heart.